Jane. I'm a student at IPEKA Elementary School and I'm in grade 5. In this video, I would like to tell a story based on the Bible, the story of Job. Long ago, in a faraway land of Oz, there lived a man named Job. Job was a good man. He loved God, refused to do wrong. He was humble and rich. He had thousands of sheep, camels, oxen, donkeys, servants, and 10 children. Job was the greatest man in the land, and everything in his life went smoothly. Meanwhile, Satan took notice. He complained to God about Job. He said, "He only served you because you gave him so many blessings. If you take away Job's blessing, he will curse you right to your face." God then told Satan to do with Job as he pleased, but on one condition: he couldn't harm Job. Satan slunk away, devising a devilish plan to make Job turn against God. One day, as Job was simply enjoying his life, a servant ran up, breathless with his devastating news. All the oxen and donkeys were stolen by an invading force, and servants were killed. I barely escaped. Right as Job was hearing this, another servant ran up, shouting out. A huge fire came and burned all the sheep and killed all the servants. Another servant was running to Job, sobbing in terror. Job, the enemy, came and stole all the camels and killed the servants. A servant had hardly finished when another servant came running to Job, screaming the most horrible news of all. "Your children were having feast together. A terrible wind destroying the house. The children now are all dead." In an instant, Job lost everything, his wealth and his family. They were gone. The grief was painful. Job tore his clothes, shaved his head, and fell into the ground. Satan thought Job was going to be mad at God, but instead Job worshipped God. "The Lord gave me everything, and He has the right to take it away. I will still praise God," Job said. Satan then asked God if he could make Job sick. He was sure that Job would then curse God. God told Satan that he could continue with his plan, but not allowed to kill Job. Then it happened. Job broke out sores over his entire body. He became very ill. The pain and itching were unbearable. That broken piece of pottery scratched the sores. Job's wife was no help at all. She came up to her husband and growled, "You're still trying to do good? Just curse God and die." Job did not sin. He continued to worship God. Even Job's friends started to against him. They thought that Job must have sinned for God to punish him like this. They were all trying to give him advice and tell him what to do instead of helping Job and praying for him. They criticized him. Through all this, Job still did not sin. He continued to trust and worship God. Job started to lose heart. He said, "God, I do not understand why you will allow this thing happen to me." So God spoke with Job and explained to him that as God, He created Job, everything existence. As God, no one had the right to question him or his question, even though it may not make sense. Job was trying to show Job a valuable lesson. Job responded in the only way possible. He worshipped and he repented. Eventually, Job's suffering stopped. Satan's plan did not work. Job still loved God. He was so pleased with Job that He healed him and gave him back everything he lost. This time, He blessed Job with more children, wealth, and position that he could ever imagine. Job even lived until he was 140 years of age. The end of Job's life was even better than his beginning. Thank you.